Chapter 5, Section 5. Chapter 5, Section 5. We're going to get the last thing on this sheet that we need to learn, and it's going to be called the standard form. Okay, if you look up that poster up there, the last one up there is standard form. That's what we're going to work on today. Standard form looks like this. AX plus BY equals C. A, B, and C are numbers. Okay, they're going to be numbers. The only letters that are going to be in there are your X and Y. So if I was going to write this, let's say in a standard form, I could say 3X plus 4Y equals 10, let's say. All right? That's an example of a standard form equation. Everything we've learned so far has been like the slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, right? Stuff like that. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. What is that? What formula is that? You guys remember that? Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Point slope. So this is the last one. This is just the standard form. So standard form. You're going to see standard form quite a bit as you go forward. You're going to be asked maybe to put something in standard form. That's what you want to do. You want to put it in this kind of situation. Can I take standard form and put it into a slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b?
Yeah, because once you figure out the numbers, you just log her in.
Well, I can do that because all I'd have to do, I want my y by itself, right? Subtract 3x from both sides. That goes away. And divide by 4. Divide by 4, divide by 4. And now I have it y equals a minus 3/4 x plus, if I reduce that, it's going to be 5/2. Okay, I've just put it in, I've taken a standard form and I put it into a slope-intercept form. Okay, so I'm able to do that through a standard form. What we're going to do today is we're going to take the standard form. I'll let you finish writing it up. I'm talking too fast. You're golfing in days again today. A lot of writing happened there, huh? We're going to take 3/4 would be the minus 3/4 x when we divide it through by 4. Sure. Well, first thing we did, we subtracted a 3x, right? Okay, and then we divided by 4 to get the y by itself. So 10/4 over negative 3/4. That's where the negative 3/4 came from. I just kind of switched them around. Yeah, and then the other one is 10. I just reduced it. I took 2 out of both of them. We're going to take the standard form, and we're going to learn on a standard form equation, we're going to learn where it crosses the x-axis and where it crosses the y-axis. So if we're given an equation, let's say like 3x plus 4 equals 10, where does it cross the x-axis? Where does it cross the y-axis? And if we know that, right, we have those 2 points, we can graph it, can't we? If we have just 2 points on a graph, we can graph that equation. All right? So let's try this once. Let's give an equation 6x minus 9y equals, I'm just using the one they have here, 18. Let's think about a graph. And this is my x, this is my y. if my x is 0, sitting right here, right? I'm sitting right here, x equals 0. Where does it, I'm going to find out where it crosses my y-axis, right? So if we did a t-chart like this of x, y, if I put 0 in for x, I can find my y, can't I? There's only 2 variables in there. I can find my y. So let's try it. If I put 0 in for x here, I end up with, let me do it down here, 6 times 0 minus 9y equals 18. I got a minus, this goes away, minus 9y equals 18. Divide both sides by negative 9. And I find that y equals a negative 2. Negative 2. I can plot that point, can't I? 1, 2. Negative 2. This is where x equals 0 and y equals a negative 2. So I just found where it crosses my y-axis by putting 0 in for x.
So really it's kind of what we did before, but you just make your t-chart, put the numbers in for x, and then...
But if you only use 2 numbers this time. Because now what else we have to do? We have to find where y equals 0. Where does it cross my x-axis? So I'm going to put 0 in for y. And I'm going to solve. Let's do that one right here. 6x minus 9 times 0 equals 18. 6x equals 18. X equals 3. I can graph that. I start at x equals 0. 1, 2, 3. This is where my x equals 3. Do you see how I found my 2 points? Can I graph this? Hallie, can I graph this with 2 points? Yeah, right here. There's my graph. Just with 2 points. Okay, and that was putting in 0 for x and putting in 0 for y and solving it. I found where if my 0 for x is put in, I found where it crosses my y-axis. If I put in 0 for y, I found where it crosses my x-axis. What else do I need? Nothing, right? I don't need anything else. I can graph that equation. That's how we can work with a standard form problem.
And it'll tell you what one you need to find.
What do you mean?
You need to switch over from the x to the y, like which number you're going to put in first.
Well, it doesn't matter.
You went from 0 to 2 and then you went from 0 to 3. You like swap sides. It'll tell you like which
Well, no. This is what you do. You put in 0 for x, and you find what your y is. That's what we did down here. We put 0 in for x, and then we solve this. Okay? We found that y equals negative 2. So that's where it crosses that y-axis. Right? We solved one of the letters, or we put 0 in for one of the letters and solved for the other one. Okay? We got rid of one of the letters, basically. Zero and 0. 0 for x and 0 for y. Those are the 2 numbers you use. Let's do another one. Let's try 2x plus 4y equals 8. 2x plus 4y equals 8. Let's do my t-chart. X and y. First number we put in, first number we put in? Have you been paying attention? Do you have your notes out? Do I see notes being taken? I don't see notes being taken. And everything that I just did on the board went in one ear and out the other of everybody that didn't take notes. All right? It went in one ear and out the other of everybody that did not take notes. So I just wasted my breath for 1, 2, 3 people. Come on, guys. You should have had this first one written down in your notes so that you refer back to it so you don't come back to me later and say, this was too hard, I couldn't do the homework. No, me. All right? So get this equation written down. Get it written down like I have so you have an example to go back to be able to understand how you can do these. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to put a 0 in for x. It's this simple. We put a 0 in for x, and then we try to solve. Then we solve this. 2 times 0 plus 4y equals 8. What's 2 times 0? 0. So this just kind of goes away, doesn't it? And then we divide by 4 on both sides. Divide by 4, y equals 2. Put 2 in. We've got our first point. Now what do we do, Lib? 0 for y. Put in 0 for y. All right? So let's do that. 2x plus 4 times 0 equals 8. What's 4 times 0? 0. Cross that out. Divide this by 2. Divide by 2. X equals 4. It's easy, isn't it? You took notes, didn't you? Yeah. See? All right.
All right, now we can just
Let's do one more.
it's gonna be a twist.
4x plus 2y equals. I don't want plus. I want minus. I want 10. Try it. She isn't that far yet. Oh yeah, I heard what you said. Oh. All right. Hurry up. Go ahead. Jared, how's it going? Okay. That's why we'll work on it. All right. First thing we do. What's the first thing we do? Is put 0 in for x. So let's take this. 4 times 0 minus 2y equals 10. The 4 times 0 goes away. We've got a minus 2y equals 10. Divide by a negative 2. Y equals negative 5. So that's what we put in here. Jared, you see what we did there? Okay, 0 for x, right? So I replaced my x with 0. Okay, and then this just goes away. 4 times 0 is 0. All I'm left with is a negative 2y equals 10. So because I'm multiplying these two, I'm going to divide by negative 2. Okay, so I have to divide both sides by negative 2. Yeah, and then 10 divided by negative 2 is negative 5. That's where we come from. Okay, see it? All right, now the next one. What's the next thing we have to do? Yep. 0 for y now. All right. 0 in for y. So let's put that in. 4x minus 2 times 0 equals 10. 2 times 0 goes away, right? Yep. Right? You should be like writing things down instead of playing with our hair. You're done? You got it? You know it? You're golden. All right. All right, so 4x equals 10, right? What do we do next? Divide by 4. You see how I did that? You see? And then it's 10 over 4, or if we reduce it, we get 2.5 if you do it that way. But what's 10 over? That's right. X equals 5 over 2. All right. So this is 5 halves right there. 5 over 2. You want to reduce it. No. Okay. This is what I want you to do. You know how to find your x and y intercepts. Here's what I want to see on your paper. I want to see a t-chart. So just put a t-chart for each one of these and figure out what your x and y are going to be when the other one is 0. So if x is 0, what's your y? When y is 0, what's your x? Do evens. Do evens on this page. Do evens on that page. On the other page, you're going to need to graph them. So not only find them, but graph them. And on this one here, do evens also. All right? So you got 16 problems divided by 2 is? 16 problems divided by 2? 8. You have 8 problems to do. He wasn't catching on what I was saying. Evens for assignment 1 and 2.